Welcome back to the LK show. Let's talk about the state of infrastructure in Nagaland.
Nagaland has been promoting itself as a tourist destination, even going to the extent of naming itself as a land of festivals. Which is very true, since Nagaland has nothing to show for, except its mad festivities and shows. The state of Nagaland is also known as the Switzerland of India. And of course, we had an extensive research looking for similarities.
Switzerland is known for its elegant beauty and quality, and Nagaland is known for its... let me get back to it later, we're still trying to figure out. They have fine roads, we have very fine river roads. They have world-class ski resorts, we have S1E2 resort. They have Swiss bank, we have Swiss bank accounts. Now the only thing we share in common is they have mountains and we have mountains.
Even after 54 years of statehood, 12 governments coming to power, and an unlimited flow of funds from the central, why are we still talking about bad road conditions? Why is electricity still a luxury? Why is water scarcity still a problem today in our state? When our very own neighboring state Assam could build the longest river bridge in India in just under 6 years.
As per the 2012 data, the number of vehicles registered in Nagaland is 297,037, which would mean that if we were to line up those vehicles starting from the heart of the capital, it would stretch from Kohima to Oka, from Oka to Mokokchung, from Mokokchung to Duingsang, from Duingsang it will go to Gifri, from Gifri it would go to Peg, and all the way to Kohima again, and we will still have few vehicles left out. The sad reality here is when the number of vehicles are increasing at an exponential rate, the roads are decreasing and perhaps even on the verge of extinction. By the way, some roads have already disappeared.
When bridges are collapsing, colleges are burnt down, and employees are not getting paid, our so-called people-loving lawmakers turns a blind eye. But when it comes to festivities, concerts, and the cultural exchange programs, and the famous concert, they become even more generous than the Bill Gates Foundation.
So the grim reality of Nagaland is that our general public are running the state from their own pocket, while the assets of the stakeholders are skyrocketing. Now the biggest question is, when our personal growth is increasing, why is our public infrastructure and the system still at infancy? Are we waiting for the second coming?
Now let's talk about the famous clean election campaign. The Naga's journey to achieve a free and a fair election has not materialized even after nearly 60 years. Here we have set a new record by even outdoing the Israelites by a margin of 20 years. Wandering in wilderness, drowning in corruption and greed.
In 2010, the Nagaland Baptist Church Council initiated a very noble initiative known as the Clean Election Campaign. Sadly, despite the much hue and cry over the crooked system, the response from the general public has rather been very cold. For instance, the Facebook page of the Clean Election Campaign has just 229 followers, whereas the self-proclaimed chairman of the World Peace, A.M. Longkumer, has more hits on Facebook. So now the question is, how serious are we when it comes to a collective participation and also our interest in the electoral process?
If you are considering that NBCC is the face and also the sole stakeholder in revamping the entire electoral process of Nagaland without your individual participation, it would be like Nita Ambani being the face of Indian football. She doesn't play football, even though she promotes it. Likewise, NBCC may be the face of clean election, but they don't conduct the state elections.
So long as the general participation of the Nagas takes place in the electoral process, the clean election campaign of the NBCC would be like that of several environmentalists trying to ban firecrackers just before Diwali. Much have also been said about the role of youth in the electoral process. However, without understanding the social fabric of our society, it would be total ignorance and arrogance. The question here is, who decides whom to vote for? Is it the youth or is it the elders?
The ugly truth is, the youths don't get to participate in the village or clan meetings and deliberate. The old wise men gathered there to pledge the entire village or family vote to one candidate alone. As per the 2011 census, the state of Nagaland has a total of 12 lakhs voters, out of which 55% of voters are youths. Still, the decision lies with the elite few leaders and their influence. Is our youth empowerment just a superficial mask to cover the cost of buying the elders' decision? Or is our educated youth's role in the society is to follow such fabricated system of voting without even questioning?
The bottom line is, will the 2018 election propose clean election campaign clean the well-oiled machine of buying and selling our rights? Or will our beloved politician once again clean the clean election campaign? Or will it be a preview to the Game of Thrones Season 8?
Nearly 50% of Indians defecate in the open even today. In 2014, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which is the biggest cleanliness drive in the history of our nation. It aims to eradicate open defecation by 2019. Now, we won't comment on the success or the failure of this ambitious target, but here is a picture of how it really is going.
The Paris Climate Accord signed in 2016 considered to be the biggest step towards climate change. However, things took an ugly turn when this guy changed his stand. What is India up to when it comes to climate change? Here's a clip for you. Watch it for yourself.
Sir, my question to you is that we in Assam feel very concerned about climate change and its consequences. Sir, how can you help and guide us to protect our pristine environment?
देखिए, आज छोटे-छोटे बालक भी क्लाइमेट चेंज और एनवायरनमेंट चेंज की चर्चा कर रहे हैं। ये क्लाइमेट चेंज नहीं हुआ है, हम चेंज हो गए हैं।
Hope you enjoyed our show. See you next time.